guys, so I'm gonna do tarot reading. I haven't done a reading in a while, but I want to, so I'm gonna do one. I want to do a pick a card or a pick a pile, but I don't have the time really, so I'm going to do Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine instead. First pile is going to be Divine Feminine, second pile is going to be Divine Masculine, and I'm going to use a random tarot card generator on my phone because I don't feel like getting up to grab a deck. But so yeah, pick pile 1 if you align more with Divine Feminine energy, pile 2 if you align more with Divine Masculine energy, or you can go check out the other pile if you want to see what your Divine Feminine or what your Divine Masculine is up to right now. My pile 1, this is my Divine Feminine energies. What is going on with the collective Divine Feminines right now? Let's see. I'm gonna press the little generate button. Here, I'll do it so you can see. I'll press the little generate button. Ooh, 9 of Sword. 9 of Sword. So, looking at this card, the bed is particularly standing out to me. Some Divine Feminines may be a little bit more bedridden right now, spending a lot more time in bed or sleeping, or maybe some of the Divine Feminines here need some rest, or to stay in their bed and stuff like that because they need that right now, but they're not doing it. It's one of the two. Yeah, I'm feeling like somebody here is sleeping a lot. Somebody here might be a little bit depressed with the 9 of Swords here, that's like having some trouble, especially with overthinking, especially with problems that have to do with needing to think things out and sort things out. So yeah, the Divine Feminine collectors here could be a little bit stressed. And it doesn't have to be a huge deal. For some of you, this is just a small thing. Like, everybody gets, hard days. Everybody gets periods of maybe a few weeks where they're just really stressed and, in their head about stuff. But for others of you, this could be a really major thing that is affecting you, my Divine Feminines. And you're just having a lot of trouble with maybe at a crossroads in your life or something like that. I keep hearing there are decisions that need to be made, and somebody's real stressed about the decisions that need to be made. Maybe they are in a position where they can make the decisions they want to make. Maybe they feel overwhelmed with the amount of decisions they have to make. Maybe they just feel that they aren't in a place right now where they have the space and capacity to carry out the decisions that they need to do, so they just feel like they don't have control over the situation. And honestly, the Divine Feminine right now is feeling just having a hard time facing those issues. It really feels like even if the Divine Feminine is trying to face those issues right now, it's it's not helping. The situation isn't changing. It's still stressful. So the best thing I could say right now, if you are my Divine Feminine watching, is to get rest. And honestly, it depends on what you've been doing. If you've been resting a lot and avoiding the situation, then maybe try and take a different course. It doesn't necessarily have to be facing the problem head on, but get out and do more, and try to keep away from your bed if you've been staying too long in bed. Even if you aren't facing the problem, try to put yourself out there so you're not feeling stuck. And then for others of you who've been trying to face the problem head on and nothing's happening, nothing's changing, really this is the time where Spirit is calling you to just rest and let yourself be worried, let yourself be stressed out, let yourself be this little 9 of Swords person, why is this so hard and stressful? Because it really be like that sometimes. There's a time for everything. There's a time to have complete clarity of mind and know exactly what you're doing. And there's a time to be stressed and overwhelmed and have no idea what to do with the situation. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I'm feeling the energy that for some of you who are in sort of a runner chaser energy with your divine masculine, divine feminine, this person could be this divine feminine energy, whether it's you or it's your divine feminine, could be avoiding their masculine. You could be avoiding their masculine, or your feminine could be avoiding you, because it has something to do with the stress that's going on. So I don't know what that's about, but that's definitely a message some of you needed to hear, that it has something to do with like things going unsaid, or problems surrounding the relationship with the divine masculine. So yeah, I'm feeling like those of you who are divine feminine here who are struggling with that right now, just pour yourself into creative pursuits. Try and do like a little hobby, a little bit of crafting, just something small like that. Maybe some sketching, or sing along to some of your favorite songs. Just something where you can kind of get the energy out, because it's like not a lot is gonna help you right now in terms of fixing the problem, but spending too much time stuck in worry and overthinking can just not do you any good. And as for my divine masculines watching who are worried about their divine feminines, wanting to know what's going on, I would say my advice for you is to do the same thing. Pour yourself into creative pursuits, or if you know that it's something that has to do with you that you need to be changing, or you aren't saying something, like if you know there's something you could be doing to help the situation out, then you should be doing that. And that's probably why you got this video, is because you needed to hear that message. But for most of you divine masculines watching, to see what's going on with the divine feminine, like the best you can do is just pour yourself into creative pursuits and let this blow over. This is more of a runner chaser energy, although for some of you that's not what it is. It's just divine feminine's feeling a little stressed right now, so it's just gotta like let that blow over. It happens sometimes. But yeah, that is your read, my collective divine feminines. I'm gonna move on to the divine masculine pile now. Hello, my divine masculines. This is going to be your collective reading. Take whatever resonates. Messages were meant to come to you. I'm going to press the little button. Oh, we got the Knight of Wands here. Got the Knight of Wands in the house. Okay. So what's funny about this is, like, in contrast to the divine feminine energy, which I read just a second ago, this is feeling more like I'm getting out there, I'm getting stuff done, I'm doing some creative stuff, maybe even some like sexual pursuits. Like, my advice to the divine feminines was just to try putting themselves into creative pursuits, but my divine masculine energies here already got that going. So it's funny that we have a little contrast here. For those of you who are divine feminine watching to see what your masculine is up to, they are definitely pouring themselves into their work if their work is something they're passionate about. If not, they're feeling a little pent up sexually right now. They might be thinking a lot about the future and the future they want to have with you. They might be doing stuff at work to plan for the future, like they're being a little bit more financially responsible or something. But yeah, for the most part, your divine masculine is just on a roll. Like, they are just doing their thing. I see them like really getting into a groove with whatever it is they're passionate about. And just, they're having a good period of being able to express themselves fully and get that out of them, and just have that done. There's a strong sense of like willpower here. We want to make sure this willpower is going in the right direction, my divine masculines. We just want to make sure that this abundance of willpower you've been receiving lately is going in the right direction that you want it to. We obviously don't want to get too caught up down. We obviously don't want to get putting too much energy into something that later on we're like not going to put much energy into anymore. Like, we want to be smart about what we're doing with our choices right now because it's taking us pretty far. And also, enjoy yourself because you look like you're having a lot of fun riding that horse. You're going pretty fast. Knight of Wands is always going fast. Just remember not to rush into anything because the Knight of Wands is like basically like rushing into something. So you want to just, with this like sudden burst of energy you've had recently, you want to make sure to also have balance so that you're not rushing into anything, but you're using this energy that you've been given extra at this time for stuff that is actually important to you and you're actually passionate about. Some of you might even look after animals. Like, you might really care about animals and look after them. And I just want to say the work, no matter if it's like animals or whatever, you're really helping in the material world, and just for in the long term, you're really helping with your work, especially since you're like letting your passion fuel you so you stay consistent. But make sure that this passion and whatever it is whatever path you're going towards, like when consistency fails, you have that discipline. Because there's this energy here where you, my divine masculine, are able to like go for almost anything. You're able to like rush into almost anything because you have a lot of passion, or like a lot of Aries energy. But it's like you can get burnt out easily, or you can feel like you didn't go into do the things you want to. You can change your mind easily. So it's just about staying consistent, like finding a specific thing and staying consistent with it, because your passion is really powerful. Your willpower is very powerful. It could take you really far. You just want to make sure you're taking it in the right direction so you don't get really far and then have to turn around and go back because it's like that wasn't helping you any. So yeah, just be focused on that while also enjoying your passion, whatever it is you're doing. And then I feel like there's something I need to say to my divine feminines who are watching, checking in on their masculine. Let your masculine be himself right now. He's off on a roll. He's off on a tangent. Also, he may be like stunting or even thirst trapping on social media or something. Just let him be himself. I don't know. I feel like a lot of you are like totally fine with it, but some of you are like maybe a little worried that, you know, your masculine has gone off the rails, or that your masculine might like you know, not be making the right decisions. That's their own decisions to make, and you gotta trust that they're gonna be smart and that they're gonna realize their mistakes before they get too far doing them. So you kind of just, I'm feeling the energy that my divine feminines need to back off a little bit from the masculine right now, because they're doing stuff, they're in a space where they're planning for the future. They're like, their energy is going into stability for the future. And they're using their passion and their willpower to do that and to get to that path. So just let them do that thing. It's probably going to be a good long period of them getting that all sorted out in their head. But yeah, I'm feeling for the collective, my divine masculines, divine feminines are a little bit like off on their own little, doing their own little thing right now. But, you know, once that's over, y'all come back together. So just be patient. And I hope that resonated, my divine masculines.